All right, welcome everyone. We are just getting going here, so let's go ahead and jump into things. All right, Brian will have to catch up when he gets here. So, quick recap. Last week, you guys headed underground in Halera and discovered a underground fighting ring, which 4 of you participated in: Arixus, Wilros, Roserra, and Shin. After 3 wins, Wilros was defeated against the reigning champion of the arena. And a few of you made out with some pretty decent winnings out of all that. And that's pretty much it. Prior to that, the week before that, you guys had just kind of done some tying up of loose ends around the city. Spoke with Zalathorn, with Rowney, and ultimately with Kaboff, who had issued a couple of kind of dire warnings regarding the potential trustworthiness of the circle of leadership in the city, and had informally tasked you with seeking out more information about these mind flayers and kind of their MO and what they're looking to do and where they're operating out of, because as so far they had been kind of short on information. And that's where we left off. You guys had not yet completed a long rest. Welcome back. Are you guys just looking to head back to the Rusty Blade at this point?
I guess. I mean,
well, Wilros is beat
Wilros and I look. Wilros is in bad shape. I look pretty beat up, but I mean,
you should see the other guy.
Oh, I forgot.
He can't see much. That guy.
That's another table.
Hold on a sec. Yep.
Wilros, I think we should go back and sing a song at the tavern and hit the head.
I mean, definitely gonna at least let Baru know how it went here.
That'll be an epic song right there. You may be able to draw some inspiration by the time we get to Rusty. Yep.
Yeah, maybe by the time we get there, I will gain back my my will to sing. A little beat up here.
All right, you guys head back up the stairs to the streets. Revere gives you a brief farewell and kind of thanks you for your patronage a bit.
I'm gonna say, hey, Revere, I told you, the executioner. You shouldn't have let her compete. Jeez.
He grumbles something under his breath about letting the other one compete again, and just kind of walks away.
I just noticed people from the far end table. Yeah. You know what? I can't complain.
All right, you guys make your way back topside and head back to the Rusty Blade. As you enter, you are, as usual, greeted by Baru, who sees Wilros come in, and at this point, you all notice that there's a decent-sized crowd gathered. It's not quite packed yet, as it's still kind of getting later into the evening, but there's quite a sizable crowd at the tables already. And Baru greets Wilros specifically and says, welcome back. Are you ready for that performance?
Gonna need a nice hard drink, nice stiff drink to ease the latest happenings.
Oh,
you didn't.
Quite a bit happened in the couple hours you were gone.
Oh yeah, it was quite an eventful situation down there. I mean, companions here have definitely done quite a great job, but I took a little bit of a beating, but something to learn from, that's for sure.
Well, I've got one extra stiff drink coming right up for you.
All right. And what was the guy's name at the Revel? Revere. And yeah, the guy down at the club, Ravine. River. He says, "What's up?"
He's catch kind of a smirk on the corner of his mouth, and does he now?
Yeah, I told him. I told him about our sponsorship agreement. He was very excited to hear, but unfortunately, I couldn't bring home the gold for us. Maybe next time I'll train up some more.
Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, it'll be next time for sure.
All right, I just pound the stiff drink that he gave me, and I head over to the stage.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna send a message to Zalthorn.
Okay. What are you saying?
Hey, Zalthorn, it's Zorkris. How's my buddy Wilbur the Slod doing? Is he okay? Did you find anything out? Let me know.
Dang, 23 words, I think. That was, perfect.
Practice.
There's a momentary pause, and finally he responds. We have not quite had enough time to fully examine the matter. He is intact for now.
Guys, Wilbur's doing well. I'm happy.
I told you, it's Wilros. Wilros.
Oh, yeah. Wilbur's still doing okay.
Okay. He'll never get it.
I'll give Wilros guidance in case he performs.
All right, go ahead and roll me your performance check and any particular flavor you want to add to it.
All right, my character sheet is taking a little bit to load here.
Yeah, Roll20's been a little slow tonight already.
Oh, there it goes.
I've seen them posting on Twitter.
Everybody
almost
plays on Mondays. We always seem to have issues.
Yeah, I wonder if there's been an uptick in players recently or something, because I've seen almost every day this week Roll20's posted something on Twitter apologizing for the slow response times, and they're looking into it and all that.
Oh wow. All right, performance with guidance. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As usual, the crowd is enamored with your performance and the song and this tale that you're weaving.
Yeah, the song would definitely be about our latest adventure down into the darkest depths of the seediest town, and where we encountered something, which we cannot talk about. And I would explain the triumphs of the three, and pretty much leave out my battle, but I would definitely explain, in decent detail. Obviously not naming names or anything, but I would of course mention the fact of somebody, slicing somebody's head clean off. But I would only talk about 3 battles.
All right. Everyone is kind of taken aback by your description of these accolades, and especially the beheading. But you catch a few cheers here and there, and a couple of people walk up and then toss a few coins towards you. You collect $5  5 gold. 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 5
10,000 coins. Nice.
You collect about 10 gold and like 5 or 6 silver thrown in there. A fairly generous crowd for tips.
Cool. Just realizing we never resolved my gold for my winnings.
I thought
I never added it to my sheet. I think we were trying to confirm how much I actually bet. I wrote that I did 790, but I think we were gonna double check if that was actually what I bet. I was gonna try and check the chat. It wouldn't load. Let me try it again here.
Yeah, I forgot to double check that.
Yeah, I'm checking it here now. Here it goes. Wilros bets 184 GP on each combatant, times for 736.
Okay.
So originally I wrote, what the heck did I write? 790 per bet. That doesn't make any sense.
So you should have received 1104 then.
1104. Okay. So I will add that to me, because I deducted it and I brought myself, because I definitely had like 1,736 gold, and I spent enough to get myself down to 1,000 even. Okay, so now I would.
Okay. And you're accounting for your entry fee?
Yes.
In that?
That was after I paid my entry fee.
All right. Yeah, that should be it then. 184 times 3 and then pays 2 to 1 should be 1104.
Okay, so 2113. Cool. All right. Thank you.
All right. You finish your performance and things at the bar kind of slowly wind down as you guys make your way to your usual rooms. Is there anything that anybody's looking to do before they rest?
See, I think I have some scrolls I might read too. Let's see what's in there. There's a scroll. Let me look in the bag real quick. What level's life transference?
What level is it?
4.
It is the 3rd level.
3rd level. So I would have to spend 6 hours to research it. Oh no, because it's a necro spell.
Should I close it? I think so. Yeah, it's necromancy.
So I get 3 hours cool necro. So could I do that? This thing's 300 gold to paper and stuff. I have like 500.
Do you have the materials already?
I think I got 500 in paper and ink.
Okay. Believe so. It's 50 per spell level. Is that right?
Yeah, okay, so then that'll be 150 of it. All right, cool.
Let me just double check that.
And the gold is actually halved to do it.
Yeah, for each level, the spell process takes 2 hours and costs 50 GP. So yeah, it'll cost you 150 and will only take 3 hours. Which I'd say, since you're only required to sleep for 3 hours, if you stay up a little late into the night, you can still probably complete a long rest without issue copying that.
And he has that. What's the class?
He has what?
The class bonus he just posted.
Oh, hang on. I don't have chat.
My headset just turned
off. The gold's
nice.
Gold's copy. Gold's have too. Okay, so yeah, so it costs you 75 worth of ink and paper then.
Cool. Yeah, that spell.
Hey.
He might not be talking yet. He said he might join early and just listen.
Or he's just gonna join and leave 17 times.
That spell hurts. Jeez Louise. And the scroll's gone now in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Take it out.
Yeah, I don't think nothing else from me for short rest. For my long rest. We have enough time to long rest here. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been long. Okay. Good.
In the long rest code, see if it works.
Worked for me.
Okay, so hang on. I'm not going to require that. Apparently there's an additional DMG rule and you have to succeed on an Arcana check or the spell scroll is just destroyed.
Yeah, we could do that. But I destroyed it anyway.
No, I think you don't read it.
Yeah, we'll say that it's destroyed in the process, but I'm not going to make you pass the Arcana check on that.
Because isn't the Arcana check even to see if you could learn it?
Well, it's in my school of magic and it's less than my max level.
Yeah, because it's in his school, he can learn it, or he can read the spell scroll. But I feel like that rule doesn't really make sense because, you're allowed to, Yeah, we can hear you, Adam.
There it is. All right. Fuck Discord. I hope it goes public so I can short it.
There's a... I don't even know if this is an optional rule. I feel like I've never read this before. But at any rate, we'll say that the spell scroll is destroyed, but I'm not going to make you pass an Arcana check and potentially not achieve the copy.
What did I miss? What skull fuckery is Lebo up to now?
He's just copying a spell scroll.
Wild.
I'm getting a lot of echo from you, Adam. I don't know if you can maybe turn on echo cancellation or something.
Where is that?
That's better already.
Settings, voice and video, and echo cancellation is under the voice processing section.
Yeah, I learned a nasty little spell just in case Wilros gets hurt again.
Echo cancellation is on, Gabe. Is it still bad?
No, it's good now.
I haven't heard it since I said something.
Oh.
You scared it.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys just returned to the Rusty Blade, where Will's performed for everybody, and you were just taking your evening's rest. Is there anything that you wanted to do before resting?
Before rest, no, but I'll prep to rouse everyone with a tale of Shin's bravery post waking up.
Okay. Yeah, you all long rest successfully, undisturbed at the Rusty Blade.
Is that 13?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll get 13 temp hit points, and as Arixus finishes his speech, he'll be jumping around like a kid on Christmas. He's like, I need to get my vial. I need my vial. Mm-hmm. He's shaking Zorkris. Vial, where's my vial?
right, let's go.
All right, you guys make your way back out and back to the upper class section of the city, to the Carmaer, which is open. And as you enter, you are greeted by the same man that had seen you previously. And he says, welcome back. Don't waste any time, I see.
I believe you have a vial for me of some type.
Indeed, we finished it late last night. I'll just go and fetch that. You paid already, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, he disappears into the back and returns a moment later with a box with a tag on the outside of it, and he opens it up and pulls out a very, very nice looking, very sparkly, clear, crystal clear glass vial with a silvery inlay. Here you go, as requested.
The giddy Arixus attempts to conceal his joy, but he cannot, and he's just like, "God, it's finally mine, oh mine." I mean, thank you. And tucks it into his pocket, but carefully beneath the armor, so no impact could crush it.
Okay. Yeah, you have your vial, and as you guys are headed back out to the streets, you are greeted by the sight of a it's not sorry, one second. Okay, token's gone. I guess I'm not dragging it onto the map. You are greeted by the familiar sight of a ethereal book floating about 4 feet off the ground.
Oh.
Sham, is that you?
A familiar voice issues from the book. Of course this isn't Kasham, this is Carmaer.
A Carmaer, yes. Zoinks.
Oops.
Zoinks.
You guys have been a little hard to track down since your romp through the marsh. You guys are making quite good time around the Empire lately. I'm hoping I can put that to a little more good use for myself. I have further need of your services, if you are all obliged.
What's the task this time?
I need you to deliver something for me, and take delivery of another item and bring it back.
So we're making a trade, huh?
Of sorts, yes. Beyond that, this person that you would be meeting with has another piece of information for you that I require.
Where is this trade going to be located?
This is a wizard who dwells in Zlazu, but I can take care of your transportation there, no problem.
Then why don't you just make the trade yourself if you know this wizard?
I am a bit indisposed at the moment, and beyond that...
At this point, Rick is going to interrupt and be like, "Oh, please, we've known him long enough. He doesn't do anything himself."
I do plenty myself, but the nature of this, frankly, there will probably be another retrieval necessary afterwards, and this wizard has the information for you.
It could always be good for me to meet some powerful wizards. I like these folk.
So we have an agreement then.
Where is Zalazu?
Zalazu is here.
Okay. Zalazu. I like that name. Let's go to Zalazu.
This is where Roserra or Wilros would say, Roserra would go, and what do we get for this?
Yeah, right.
I can offer you a fair bit of coin for this trip. I think it should be pretty uneventful. I'm just a bit too busy to take care of it myself.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, we could do that and then hit the adventures after.
Excellent. And on the ground in front of you,
What?
Sorry, what was that?
Do we owe Kaboth something? Is there a time limit on what Kaboth sent us to do?
He had asked you to look into the mind flayers some more and possibly return to those caves where you originally killed the first mind flayer you found. But there's no time limit, and it was kind of like informal, kind of keep it quiet.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Basically.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But yeah, no timetables.
I'm good to go if you guys.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as you guys say that, there's a little poof, and on the ground in front of you, below the book, there is a small, strong box that's about 8 inches or so square, made of wood but bound with iron. And Carmaer replies again, "Excellent. Take this with you and provide this for this wizard. His name is Hannibal."
Hannibal Lecter.
And then he will have some more information for you. If it's something you can act on, please do so, and I will reward you additionally for taking care of both of these tasks.
So Hannibal, okay.
All right. If there are no other questions, then we can proceed. There's a... is anybody picking up the box?
Arixus will.
What's in the box?
Yeah, what's in the box?
As you pick it up, it's pretty light, and it's about what you'd expect a box of that size to weigh empty, and it doesn't feel like it really contains anything. It just feels like it's a hollow chunk of wood with some metal on the outside. But yeah, as soon as you scoop it up and stand up again, there's a brilliant flash, and you all find yourself in front of a house on an unfamiliar street. And looking around the city a bit, you immediately catch the scent of a strong scent of fish on the air, and you gather that there's probably like a decent fish trade here that takes place at the city. From a distance, you can indeed see the harbor here in the Bay of Azuth, and you spot a few ships that are docked. And the city itself is pretty small. You'd probably guess that there's a few hundred people living here, and most of it is a bit lower scale housing, but there are a few houses here in the particular section that you've been deposited that are made of stone, and there's one tower that goes up a few stories, that kind of stands above every other building in the entire city. And you guys find yourself in front of a very well-to-do looking house with a huge, wide, tall wood and wrought iron door for the front doors, set into stone walls. And as you appear there in front of that house, the door opens. And there's a somewhat older, you'd guess probably not quite as old as Zalathorn, but definitely an aged wizard that is, or an aged man standing in the doorway. And he greets you and says, yes, Carmaer said I should expect you.
Oh, you Hannibal?
Indeed.
We have a package for you.
Yes, excellent. Please come in.
Walking on in.
All right, as you enter, the inside is a bit more sparsely furnished, but definitely very high-end and expensive woods, and what little furniture there is either leather or like what looks like a very fine linen of some kind, fabric covering. A huge fireplace and hearth in the center of the room, and just in general a very rich-looking abode. As soon as he invites you in and closes the door behind you, he says, well then, let's have a look at that, shall we?
Arixus would give him the box. Be careful when you open it.
Oh, believe me, I am well acquainted with Carmaer. You see him examine it for just a moment, and then he takes his fist and he knocks on it. And as he does so, there is a loud, ringing knock that just echoes throughout the entire house. And you hear a click, and he swings a latch open and opens the box. And looks inside, and it does it so in kind of a manner that's secretive, as though he doesn't want you to see what's inside. He tries to, kind of use the lid to shield your vision. And then he quickly closes it again. Well then, everything seems to be in order. Let me go retrieve what you will be returning with.
Go to Arixus. We could have just used the knock spell and opened that up ourselves.
Arixus is silently just staring into the void right now.
Do any of you actually have knock?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I didn't think so. All right, he returns with a seemingly he heads upstairs, and he's gone for about 2 minutes, and finally he returns with seemingly the same box and hands it back to you, Arixus. Here we are. Please ensure that this is returned to him promptly, and ensure that no harm comes to it.
I give it back to Hannibal and say, here, you're delivering this box to you.
Yes, I have replaced its contents.
What?
Please, return what is inside back to him.
Carmaer said that you had other information for us to gather.
Arixus puts the box down and says, assuming it's big enough to sit on.
It's pretty small. It's about like 8 inches square. and only about like 3 or 4 inches tall.
Arixus puts the box down and very uncomfortably sits on it. Like noticeably within half plate armor, adjusting to sit on it, but does so anyway.
Okay, he kind of shoots an odd glance to Arixus and turns back to Zorkris. Yes, I had almost forgotten. I also have this for you, and he has like a hesitation where he thinks about handing another thing to Arixus, and then instead he steps past him and hands it to Zorkris. And he hands you a rolled up piece of paper, and opening it, you find a small map that appears to be drawn of the local area, kind of leading into the hills here just to the north of Zalazu.
Oh, hey, Arixus, it's a map, and I give it to him.
Thank you. He holds it out like he's going to like make a proclamation, still sitting on box, like losing balance, but like regaining balance. And Arixus looks around and says, "It's a map of the surrounding."
Excellent.
Please inform Carmaer that the compensation that he sent is more than sufficient for this, and we can consider this even.
But Carmaer said we needed to get change.
I somewhat doubt that. This map should lead to the location that he had requested. Took quite a bit of digging to find it, and more than a few favors, but that should be what he's looking for.
Arixus is going to start pinging into people's brains and asking if we should poke for more info. Perhaps someone who is good at persuasion. I'm not bad at it.
I'll just ask, where does this map lead?
He pauses for a moment. Well, I'm not sure that Carmaer wants others privy to this information, but I suppose if he has sent you here on this task, he must trust you a great deal. That leads to another wizard's former abode. It has been vacant, as far as I know, for quite some time. Apparently there's some bit of research or of some sort. Carmaer was extremely vague, more than usual with the details.
Yes. Nothing bad has ever happened to anyone trying to steal a dead wizard's research.
I didn't pry too far into the matter, and but at any rate, that is the location that he is seeking.
Sounds like an adventure.
Well then, if there's nothing else, will you be departing?
I guess we don't have much of a choice.
He seems eager to just have you out of his house.
What about lunch? Or breakfast?
There's a tavern in town.
I could eat.
God.
Please help yourselves.
Oh. I look around. Do I see a kitchen?
Yeah, you see like a kitchen and wash basin and like a wood stove and a pantry off to one side of the house.
I definitely start walking over towards the pantry. Thank you.
A wall of force stops you as you attempt to walk through one doorway. It says, the door will be the other way, as will the tavern.
I misunderstood. You said help yourself.
Arixus loudly whispers, "He wants to throw us out because he's sick of us. He thinks we're annoying. Especially you," and he points to Wilros.
Let's go, guys. We're not welcome. I think we overstay our stay.
Arixus gives one last, he stands up from the uncomfortably small box and just kind of elbows Hannibal in the ribs. He goes, "Bards, am I right? Idiots."
I go to, when everybody's walking out, I go to Hannibal and I go, by the way, this is our job of what we do. If you have any other tasks that need to be done, feel free to ask for Zorkris and send me a message. We can help you.
I yell back over my shoulder, "We're actually quite competent."
Well, I'll be sure to keep that in mind. I'm afraid I'm largely retired at this point and don't have much adventuring left in me, but I'll certainly keep that in mind.
Well, that's why we're here. To do your adventuring for you.
You moron.
Then I go, "Wilros, you got any of your business cards left?" And then I start walking out.
Yeah, I definitely rifle through my bag and I find some sort of a business card to hand to him.
He takes it reluctantly. Well then, have yourselves a good day. He's trying to physically usher you out now and kind of closing the door.
In the walk from where we were to there, is there any knickknacks or anything that looks interesting just to touch, just so that if he gets annoyed a little bit more?
He doesn't really have much in the way of decor. There is a coat rack by the door, but apart from that, he doesn't really have a lot of tables and clutter and such.
All right.
Arixus asks if the coat rack is magic.
See for yourself.
I'm not wearing a coat.
Then I guess it will be difficult to see its magic.
Whoa. It was magic.
Zorkris, take off your robe and throw it on that thing. Wait, who has a robe? Who has something that can...
I have one. I have a cloak of protection that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, throw that on the coat rack.
All right. I put it on the coat rack.
He, as you approach the coat rack, he's walking behind you, and he says, "Ah, yes, there it is. It holds it capably." He takes it off and puts it back in your hands, and kind of continues to usher you out the door.
Okay, we're leaving. Good day.
Did you see that coat rack? That was amazing. I want one of those.
Arixus is in blind awe of the coat rack. Just it held the cloak. It's the greatest invention I've ever seen. He could be a millionaire.
That was amazing.
All right, so you guys make your way back out of the house. Are you looking to do anything, explore the town at all, or are you just looking to head out and follow the map, or...
This is a little town, you said, or a little city?
Yeah, it's pretty small. You'd guess that there's maybe 200 to 300 people that live here. Most of the houses are, smaller, single story, and it with the active fishing vessels that you can see down in the bay, a few hundred yards away, it definitely seems like it's largely a fishing town.
So where is this on the map, or is that on this map? Okay, now we're on it.
Oh, yeah. Zalazv. The last. I like making fun of your VZUs. Did we go to the tavern? Are we going to the tavern?
Yeah, we can go to the tavern.
Yeah.
You need to make your connections.
Are there shops here? Is this a How big is this town? Maybe I missed the introduction. I'm sorry.
Probably 200 or 300 people at the most. It's mostly small abodes, like one-story abodes, and largely, from what you can gather, just looking around, it's definitely like a fishing town. It's pretty small and not very. That's the word I'm looking for. People there aren't very rich.
Not very affluent.
Affluent, yes.
Is there a
Does it feel magical, like a potion shop or something?
Does what feel magical?
This town.
Probably not.
Just looking around, you'd guess that there probably isn't much in the way of like magic shops or potion shops or anything of that sort.
Okay, so I mean, Wilros is, well, we could pop into the tavern. Wilros is definitely hungover.
I was gonna say, isn't it like morning right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, early morning.
Tavern is a general statement. It doesn't necessarily mean a bar, right?
They usually have breakfast and brunch.
Can definitely eat something since Warlock is so hungover.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for the D&D equivalent of a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Mutton, egg, and cheese.
All right. Yeah, you guys kind of head down the main street of the town, and it's not long. Maybe like a 5-minute walk, and you come upon a 2-story building, one of the few in the town that it's kind of standing above the surrounding houses around it, and a swinging wooden sign on the front that names this as the Sore Pike.
Sore Pike.
The what pike? Sore?
The Sore Pike.
Okay.
And the look of it kind of matches the rest of the town. It's kind of what kind of dive bar-ish. It's a little run down. It's not the cleanest, but it's functional, and it looks like it probably has some rooms. But yeah, as you guys make your way inside, heading in, there are a couple people sitting at a couple small tables and eating some food and drinks of some sort. But apart from that, the bar seems empty. You don't see anybody tending it, or it kind of seems like everybody's kind of cleared out for the day.
Self-service?
As you say that,
I definitely say that.
There's some heavy footsteps, and you see somebody emerge from a door next to the side of the bar, and you see a orc or half orc looking humanoid emerge. And he kind of looks at you with a bit of surprise and at seeing this large crowd come in, and he walks up to the bar. Hey. What'll it be?
Hello. Are you still serving breakfast?
For the love of God, I don't have enough followers, and I need more because bigger number equal better person. I'm only okay person. I want to be great person. Great person, 1 million. 1 million, big person. Big
I
person,
can
better person.
whip something up.
What do you got?
We got some eggs and some fish jerky. Probably a bit of bread left.
That sounds delicious. I'll have an egg and fish jerky sandwich, please.
he looks a little perturbed by the request for him to make it into a sandwich, and turns to the rest of you. Anything for you guys?
If you're making sandwiches, I'll take one.
Arixus is just shaking the box that Hannibal gave us and muttering about a coat rack.
And no, Shin just shake his head. I'm good for now.
All right, I'll get right on that. He heads to the back, and you hear like a little bit of pots clanging and banging around, and it's a good like 10 or 15 minutes before he comes out again. And he comes out with 2 plates. And sorry, Zorkris, what did you say you wanted?
Also a sandwich.
Sandwich
yeah.
also.
He comes out with 2 plates, and there's it's like a small loaf of bread that he's kind of cut in half, but not lengthwise, crosswise. So it's like 2 like fist-sized chunks of bread, and then there's like a little bit of jerky and some kind of scrambled up egg that he's managed to mash in there and kind of just shove them together without actually like making a layered sandwich. He slams them down on the table in front of you guys and says, "There, anything to drink?"
Yeah, I'll take whatever. Yes.
I'll take some juice, please.
We got ale.
Ale for breakfast. I'll take one.
Heck yeah.
Hair of the dog.
He walks away and comes back with a few mugs for you all, and it's a lighter ale. You gather that maybe perhaps it's something that's kind of more intended for the fishermen. That's it's not really exactly like a heavy beer, but it's like a something with a little bit of alcohol in it to keep it good, but it's kind of like a really watered down ale.
Like Natty Light.
But yeah, at any rate, the food's serviceable. It's not a great sandwich, obviously, but the bread's not too stale. The eggs, you're not quite sure what animal they came from, but they're tasty with a strong egg flavor. And the fish jerky's a little flavorless and a little too salty, but it's edible.
What's your name, sir? This is a great sandwich.
Matuk.
Matuk. Thank you, Matuk.
Do I know?
He just kind of grunts quietly, goes back to the back room.
Why the heck is my thing not load? My character sheet keeps like not loading.
That's probably just Roll20, being Roll20.
Yeah. I thought, for some reason, I spoke work. I do not.
All right. Is there anything else you guys are looking to do in town?
No.
All right. Yeah, you guys finish up your food and your drinks. He doesn't really return. Yeah, you gather he doesn't really operate as a waiter of any sort, and just kind of keeps to himself a bit. But yeah, you guys finish up your food. What would you like to do next?
Follow this map.
Do we know where?
Where what? Sorry?
Where this map is, like... like, where are we supposed to go? Like, is the map, like, somewhere we know where we are according... Just looking at the map.
Yeah, looking at it, you do see that it's... there's like a couple landmarks on it, and, kind of with your general familiarity of the terrain, it seems to be like something like this and kind of heading into the hills here. Up here above... Oh, it didn't stay. Something up there, like heading off into the hills north of Zalazu.
Okay.
But you gather that's probably probably the better part of a day's journey to get there from where you're at.
So guys, shall we?
Go.
All right, you guys make your way out of town and onto the road. The road here is pretty much the same as any of the other roads around Hallara. This is kind of one of the main roads. Seems to be pretty well traveled and well upkept. And you see quite a few travelers along the road, just kind of general merchants with carts and horses coming and going all along the road, and making your way at the crossroads here, kind of blocking it, but and then heading north up towards the hills north of Zalazu. You after a few hours, you finally catch the first landmark about here, and there is some sort of a standing stone on the side of the road, which you haven't really seen before. It's just kind of a smooth-sided pillar, about 10 feet tall. Nondescript as far as you can tell. Looking at it, it doesn't look like there's any like engravings or anything on it. But this is on the map as the first highlighted point at which you should break from the road. Continuing past that, you kind of strike out in a northwesterly direction. And at this point, who is leading?
So we have Reyn lead.
Who has the map?
The Arixus has the map.
Arixus has the map.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Looks like I'm leading.
We're gonna move another 10 years in the future.
Oh, going backwards.
Someone else can assist if they'd like, but ultimately I'm looking for a survival check from whoever's leading.
All right. Is anyone going to assist?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Are we having advantage, or are we doing...
You can roll with advantage.
All right.
Hey.
Whoa.
Alrighty then.
Arixus is literally arguing with the map while he's leading, though. He's arguing with the map.
You gather that you have struck off in the right direction, and after a bit, you notice that there is actually, it seems to be like a really old, mostly overgrown trail, but Arixus has no trouble picking that out and continue following it. It seems to be heading exactly the direction you're going, and so you guess it's probably potentially leading to this place, this former house or whatever that had previously been occupied by this wizard. But yeah, continuing on, it takes about another 2 hours or so, and you finally reach the base of these larger foothills here. And there's a couple more landmarks, and one of them being another one of those similar standing stones that you saw on the roadside. Following that, you guys make your way through some thicker trees, and it's a bit difficult to pinpoint the exact location. It takes a little bit of searching, but Arixus seems to be right on point with a kind of sixth sense for locating this place today. And after a pretty short journey, he leads you to the base of a particular cliff. And looking around and finally looking up, you spot a doorway in the side of the cliff.
Arixus says to the map, "Well, when you're right, you're right. Sorry for not believing you in the first place."
Dynamic lighting is cutting it off, but the doorway is here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask.
It's about 10 feet off the ground. The cliff looks pretty scalable. It's a little steep, but there's definitely a lot of handhelds and stuff available to make your way up.
Since this was an old wizard's abode, Arixus tucking the map into his... Is there anything else on the map? Like, does the map have anything about like the inside of the tower or the inside of the cavern or anything?
No, it seems like a fairly crudely made map. You know, it's not like... It doesn't seem like it was likely made by the wizard or something to, you know, guide people to his house or anything. It's like this guy did some research and like kind of scribbled some landmarks and drew this himself or something, or possibly received it from somebody else who drew it themselves.
I'm gonna send Bobo up and around to see what I see. Hold on to Shin's shoulder.
Got it.
Arixus would also like poke into Zorkris' brain. Like, check for magical traps, idiot.
I'm sending Bobo up and around first. Slow down.
I said check for magical traps. Whoa, no, the map said to do that. The map.
All right, make a
on the map.
Make a perception check for Bobo with advantage.
Doesn't Bobo get +5 too?
That's the passive.
Oh, okay.
I have a Bobo thing here. Let's see if I can find it. Bobo perception.
All right, flying up, the roll 20 limitations. It's not super representative, but this cliffside here that you see about like 20 feet of continues ascending and kind of joining into a much larger portion of the foothills here. So there's not a whole lot to see. I mean, he keep flying up and up and up hundreds of feet, but there's not really much to see along the cliffside. It's all just rocks, and then eventually further up kind of giving away into more slopey areas and some grassy areas. Flying around and examining the area of the door. As far as you can tell, it's just 2 stone doors. They seem almost entirely wrought out of stone. It seems like there's very little or no metal used in them at all. There does appear to be a keyhole that Bobo is able to spot. And as far as looking around, he's not able to notice any sort of like traps or anything lying in wait here. You know, it's just kind of up against this cliffside, and there's not a whole lot around.
I'm going to poof him back to me. I'm going to sit on the floor and take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic.
Is this like a sheer cliff? Sorry, I missed that piece.
No,
it's not quite sheer. It's fairly scalable in this lower area here, but it kind of comes and goes. The whole cliffside is several hundred feet up.
This is like looks like an entrance.
Right. There's a set of double doors here, made of stone, but just set into the cliffside here.
Okay.
Is anyone doing anything while he's casting Detect Magic?
We already looked at the door, at least from our angle. Are there any insignia or symbols or anything?
You can go ahead and make a separate perception check. Bobo wasn't really able to see much of anything of note.
Just sort of keyhole.
Yeah, okay. Keyhole and, two pretty plain stone doors. There isn't a whole lot to see. You catch like some intricate stonework that doesn't really seem to be like it has any meaning. It just looks, as far as you can tell from a distance, it just looks like it's to make the door look nicer, but there is like some carved stonework into the door itself. But no symbols or marks or anything that you can discern.
Any like foot
Roserra over and over again to pick the lock.
Any like signs of any foot traffic?
No. I mean, it's all grassy area. The path is virtually vanished at this point. What little there was for Arixus to follow. And it looks like that nobody's been here for years, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Wilros looks back at Zorkris and like taps on his watch. Well,
I'm just casting my spell. I don't even know you're saying anything.
Yeah, about this time the spell goes off. There is no magical presence as far as you can tell from out here.
I don't see any lights or anything.
You can only see... Yeah, I was gonna say, you can only see within 30 feet, so assuming you walk up to the edge of the cliff and look up at the doors and stuff. Nothing as far as you can see.
Arixus will scale the cliffs if he can.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Wilros also like rolls up his sleeves and starts rock climbing.
Shin, give me a hand. Right. You fly up there and I'll hold on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Both of you make athletics checks, Arixus and Wilros.
I would have given the box to 16. Sorry, I don't know that, John, from before. Oh, I'll be right back. But I would have given the box to Zorkris for safekeeping. In the bag.
Yeah, put it in the bag of holding.
All right, Zorkris, are we going up?
You can't carry me up. I'll climb myself up there. I'm too heavy.
Oh.
Go ahead and make an athletics check then, Zorkris. Arixus and Wilros have no issues scaling it. It's not super difficult. It takes a second to find the right footholds, but they're both able to capably make it up.
I check, is the door locked?
There is a handle on the door, and it doesn't seem to turn. It just seems as though the door just opens or closes, as far as you can tell. And grabbing the handle and giving it...
There was a keyhole.
There is a keyhole. I'm getting there.
Sorry, gotcha.
You give it a little push, and the door doesn't move. And you give it a little pull, and the door swings open, like almost completely silently. There's not creaking, but just like the ever so faintest grinding of stone as it kind of like moves a few stones away from the ground as it swings outwards. But apart from that, it seems open silently.
Okay. I sidestep it as I swing it open, as to not knock myself off of the cliff. I reach down to Reyn and pass him down my hand.
Thank you.
What about me?
And then I also, as a fun gesture, I cast Mage Hand and reach down with that as well.
I grab it.
It takes Zorkris like a full 2 minutes of scrambling up this cliff, and he somehow keeps managing to find the rock holds that are old and like overused and like give way when he tries to grab a hold of him. He slides back down a foot. He eventually makes it up though after a couple minutes.
Go, I'm too big for this shit. All right, let's go.
With Wilros' assistance, Reyn is able to, pretty nimbly, as a halfling, just kind of spring right up there.
Bimbly
Thanks for the lift.
Alright.
And Shin, of course, has no issues flying 10 feet in the air.
All right. I'm gonna move with caution.
I wish someone would like make it so we become stealthier.
Oh yeah.
Guess I could staff the woodlands and give everybody old pass without a trace.
All right. If you're stealthing, give me stealth rolls.
My
With advantage now, or
No, at disadvantage for us.
disadvantage? Okay.
But we get
Pass without a
+10.
trace coming in clutch here.
yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, you're gonna wander in. Hey.
My cautious walking was more so around making sure the floors were safe.
I guess Zorkris isn't too bad. His oh no, disadvantage. Never mind. I was
Yeah,
thinking
13.
advantage. Yeah. You guys are a little loud.
I should stay in the back.
It overall with the staying well within the radius of Reyn's spell. You guys definitely feel as though you're shrouded in a very necessary silence from his help.
I still have detect magic. Do I see anything yet, or is it still just plain hallway?
Presently, no, you do not see anything magical. And so before you, descending down, probably, I guess it's maybe a 15-foot decline overall. I believe you can all see it. Just at the edge of the range of most of your visions. In the darkness, at the base of the... Oh, Reyn's blind again. I see him moving around, like, why can't I see anything?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, you all see at the base of this declining ramp some sort of floor grate in the ground. And then it seems to be at the center of a crossroads with 3 other passageways.
Okay. So like I said, I'm just going to be moving cautiously to like avoid anything on the floor. If there's any potential, what do you call it? Like pressure traps or something.
Okay, make an investigation check. Okay, nothing jumps out at you yet at this venture. One thing you do immediately notice, and I would say Reyn would probably notice this too with his passive perception, and Bobo would probably be able to point it out to Zorkris once they actually step inside. The floors and walls are pristinely clean, like not a speck of dust anywhere.
That's
It is extremely clean.
Okay, you don't have the floor.
And yeah, and the floors and walls, I forgot to describe this, but the floors and walls seem to be made of like some sort of marble. It definitely looks very, very expensively made, and doesn't at all match the outer cliff face, which is just old generic rock. And I can't remember if I said this, but the hallways here that you're seeing are a perfect cube. They're 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall. So the ceilings are quite a ways above your head.
And they're clean, right? Clean cut?
Extremely clean, squeaky clean, not a speck of dust anywhere. That's as far as you can tell so far. And the walls and floor and ceiling are all seem to be made of like some sort of marble or something. It's not. This definitely isn't cut out of the cliff face. It's stonework that's been laid here.
I'm gonna keep pushing.
I would recommend we walk slowly.
Yeah, we're walking slowly as best as I can, checking for traps.
Yeah, Wilros is checking for traps.
Well, I still have detect magic still, so if I see a magic trap, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. As soon as Zorkris sets foot inside,
Door slammed shut.
The doors slam shut behind you.
We all die.
Do they slam or do they just close?
Quickly but quietly. You don't really hear them grinding shut, but as they close behind you, you hear like a bit of a thunk, and you turn around and realize they're closed, and the little bit of light that was filtering in from the outside has been shut off.
I think someone is expecting us.
I look down. Is this like a grate? Like, is there something below the grate? Or is it just like kind of...
with your dark vision, you can just barely make out, looking down below. It looks like there's a floor really far down there, kind of on the edge of your vision. It's a bit too far away to really make out any particular details.
Okay. It doesn't look like liquid. Like, put my ear to it as well. Does it sound like maybe water? I don't know.
Make a perception check.
Yikes.
It is like dead silent in here, and like even with Reyn's pass without a trace, you're still catching the faint bit of footfalls from the five of you. You're not really hearing anything through the grate though, and you don't really see anything. It smells very neutral. You don't catch like a whiff of stagnant water or anything like that coming out of the grate. It all seems very sterile.
Wilros, well, first off, does the grate look like something we could walk across? How big are those little squares? Like,
that's just the acid I had to work with, but they are, okay. It's a well reinforced grate with like 1-inch steel bars going across, and it's definitely it's definitely small enough to walk across it without like worried about your foot falling through or anything.
Okay, no hinges or anything?
As far as you can tell, the bars are set right into the stone that borders the grate.
Okay. I'm gonna take out a dagger. Actually, I mean, would it be like... Would I have like... I mean, I guess I would never like say do I have like a torch? Like torches? Is that like a common thing?
I feel like we all have them.
Yeah,
Probably
typically you
in
get
one of my
like
packs.
10 in an adventurer's pack. It should be in your character sheet.
I have an entertainer's pack. I have a candle.
Unless you have... Okay, yeah, so you didn't get torches, you got candles in your pack.
Yeah, I guess. I'm actually gonna take out like a ration, or like I don't know if I have like stones in my pocket, right? I wouldn't have any like pebbles.
What are you trying to do? Drop something down there?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to light something, and then I was gonna just drop it down the hole.
I'm gonna grab
a
like
sling stone.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Oh, I could take like a crossbow bolt, even for that matter. Anything.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I'm just
stone.
gonna take something and ask Zorkris to light it up.
So I put my finger on the little stone that Reyn has, and it casts light on it.
Okay. You have a stone casting 20 feet of bright light? 15 feet? 10 feet?
I'll put the thing out.
You have a very brightly glowing stone.
Drop it down the hole. 2020.
There's definitely a moment in time where it's suspended in air and you don't hear a return noise. So it does kind of confirm that the floor is pretty far down there. But then after just a moment, you do hear a tink. And it's definitely the echo that comes back up to you is definitely the sound of stone hitting stone, not water or anything.
Okay, and I don't see the stone anymore?
You do still see the light down there. It does illuminate things a bit, and you are kind of able to see the bottom. It too seems unreasonably clean. You don't see anything else down there except this stone.
Okay.
As you look up, however, you do see at the opposing hallway.
This way?
Yes. And this is just a token I'm throwing down just to mark it, but you see a humanoid shape. Just barely on the edge of your vision, but it appears to be like all the way at the top of the tunnel there.
Oh, right, because these are like we're going decline and incline.
Yes, yeah. So this is like 15 feet above you, but it's a 10-foot tall hallway, so you're able to see pretty much all the way to the top easily. Okay. And there seems to be a figure standing there.
Hello?
Sorry, I've been AFK. My house is chaos.
You're good.
We all
I'm saying hello to the person.
Your voice echoes, but there's did I just click on? You catch your voice echoing a bit down the hallways, but there's no response, and then it looks like they moved just a little bit closer to you.
I want to not fully step on the grate, but kind of sidestep a little and try to go around this corner. Not fully putting my body weight on the crate and just go into this corner here.
Okay. I'd say even with your poorer perception investigation rolls, as you were, crouched down over this grate, the grate definitely, it looks extremely sturdy.
I know.
You have very little doubt that it would carry your weight. It looks safe.
And then I'm gonna also do the same to this edge.
As you move a little closer, so does this figure. And as you're now getting into a little more visible range, it almost looks as though this figure is floating off the ground a few inches, and they look incredibly thin. It's almost like clothing on a skeleton.
Oh, great.
Time to run.
I'll send a message. Hey, you hear us? Send a message to the little ghost sleep thing.
There's no response.
I'm going to play a little bit of music. I'm not really sure how this will work, but I'm going to play a little bit of music on my concertina and cast one of my class abilities. It says it lasts an action or a turn, but I'm just going to kind of cast this as this thing approaches closer. And if possible, I'm going to continue to the performance ends early if you are incapacitated or silenced. This doesn't seem to have a limit, so I'm gonna continuously play music for the whole group.
Okay. There doesn't really seem to be any effect on this thing, and as you begin playing, it inches closer once again. But yeah, your music, echoes up and down the hallways of this chamber, and it creates a pretty beautiful melody as it kind of like reverberates back, and it almost creates separate undertones, and it's like you're creating a whole chorus of instruments almost.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. Yeah, I mean, I continue, I keep speaking to this whatever creature and say, we're friendly. Are you?
There's no response, but after a few more moments, it inches closer once again. And now you can actually make a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, better.
Nice. As I get closer, do I sense any magic?
You... Moving a bit closer, and at the same moment, Wilros also sees this, but you detect a faint shimmer floating to the side of this creature, just mid-air, like 2 or 3 feet off the ground. And Wilros, you also see some sort of small, dark object floating here. Also, as this thing has moved a bit closer, you do see what appears to be a skeletal face. Like this is not a person. This is like a skeleton with a cloak still on, and it is very clearly now that it's kind of weird with the angles of it being above you, and it is now very clearly floating about 6 inches off the ground.
Does Zorkris doesn't recognize any detect magic?
Just that same object that you noticed, he notes a faint aura coming off from it.
Faint aura coming off of it? Alright, would you tell me that?
There's a little shiny stuff next to the skeleton.
Magical?
Detect magic, that's what I see. It's just lights of different colors. And I see a light that's...
And I could see like that, like a glimmer of like the object, not necessarily the same aura like he has. But I could see what's potentially casting that he's calling out.
You don't really see a glimmer, you see the object floating in the air. It's small and thin. It kind of looks like a key. And I'd say with your perception, it looks pretty key-like.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on it.
As you release the spell, it seems to impact about here, like 5 or so feet in front of where you expect that object to be, and it just kind of washes across the hallway and like fills from the floor to the ceiling, wall to wall, that 10-foot area very briefly, and then it just dissipates. And as it does that, you catch a faint shimmer of some, like, almost like an invisible wall that you've seen, like a magical wall. And then it just kind of fades away, and it seems to be transparent again.
Would it remind Wilros of the wall of force he walked into? Or would it remind us more?
A little bit, but with less, somewhat like the wall of force, but with less magical energy.
But like an anti-magic zone around the fighting pit?
Even less so than that. It's just it's not so much that there's like a magical barrier there. It's that it's almost like his spell hits something invisible.
And didn't dispel it, so it might not be magic.
Right. Yeah, the spell seemed to have no effect.
Where was it? Here?
You're back.
Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay.
And after another moment, this floating entity inches closer. And at this point, Reyn.
Uh-oh.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. Well, that's a 5.
There's a strange sensation as you're standing there looking at this figure in front of you, and all of a sudden you feel something touch your back. And as you instinctively kind of like try to step away from it, it continues to pass over you, and you just feel it completely engulf you.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Guys, let's go.
Oh no.
And you hear him make a faint call out, just right as he's engulfed by this kind of shimmering translucent, and as it now touches and interacts with him, and he just kind of like gets sucked up and is now floating in the air. You all now begin to see the outline of this thing that is filling the entire hallway, floor to ceiling, wall to wall.
It's a gelatinous cube.
And we will roll for initiative.
All right. Upon seeing that, does that look like what I saw on the other side?
It seems a bit similar, yeah.
Oh boy. Nice, Shin.
I am getting caught.
Oh boy. Well, Shin and I are fucked.
Whoa,
Why is that?
Oh, yeah.
Get Bobo.
All right, Zorkris, you hear a quickly muffled cry from Reyn, and as you turn around, you see this shimmering wall of force engulf him and lift him into the air.
Whoa. Go. Hey, Reyn, can you hear me? And then I'm going to step up one and try to shoot a firebolt at it. Actually, no, I'll do a mind sliver at it.
Fails.
Ah, dummy. -5. Oh my god.
Takes 8 psychic damage. And is there another effect to this?
Yes. His next something saving, they get the negative. I'll link it right now.
Oh, right, a D4. Taken away. Okay.
I don't think it's very smart.
Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
All right, you all watch Reyn inch closer to you.
Yeah.
And you it's a bit hard to see it still, but you do detect that, you do detect the, just a faint shimmer now that you know what you're looking for of the cube moving towards you. And as does Wilros, as this other creature behind him seems to move closer.
So, when I casted that spell, did I notice, like, so, for example, if the object was here, let me just move my person, the object I saw was here, did I notice the wall, like, here? Or did I notice it here?
The creature that's in the thing that you're looking at is in the cube, and it's dissolved.
I understand that. What I'm trying to figure out is if the creature that's in there, is it at the back of the cube or the front of the cube?
When you cast it, it seemed like it was like your spell hit like 5 feet in front of it. So
I would say that I'm expecting to be nose to nose with this cube, right? Oh, okay, right there.
Right. So here is where it was, and the green line is where you saw the spell dissipate.
So that green line is now in front of me.
Right. And now in the last 6 seconds, you just watched this thing move closer to you.
Okay, so I mean, I would think that this thing is moving towards me, and that whatever the shimmer was is now right in my face.
Yeah.
Reyn.
All right, Reyn, at the start of your turn.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You take 15 acid damage.
Okay. Thank goodness for those temporary hit points.
All right, so you cannot breathe, and you are currently restrained. But you gather you could probably try to break out in some manner.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to swim out of this jello.
All right, make a strength check, athletics check.
Oh boy. Athletics check, huh?
Oh,
No! Oh, that was a 2, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the worst you can roll.
Yep. End turn.
Yeah, you're not quite able to break out. Arixus.
Sorry, just give me 1 sec. I'm trying to.
You still had your bonus action. You didn't want to do anything else, Reyn?
I don't think there's much that I can do with it. Yeah.
Is Zorkris within 10 feet of me? Shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an accident.
Do I feel like I can grab Reyn? Is there anything that I think
It
about?
seems like it's probably possible. He's not like super deep in there. He seems like he's within reach.
This is not an emergency yet, so I'm going to... I'm worried that there's going to be 2 more on the upper and lower hallways. Too.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about
and then
too.
Yep.
We gotta break this before.
So, like, I don't know, like, if we should just go ham and beat this thing mostly to death. Gabe, I'll never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna attack it. Fuck it.
Bucket.
I don't have my shield up. I currently have my maul still from the last thing, so I'm gonna bash this thing good. With a 23.
Right.
Well, a 23 hit.
does indeed.
Sorry, I should have asked this before I attacked, but Reyn, sorry, I'm not going to retcon. Ignore the necrotic. It just does 12 damage. And while it does 12 damage, I'm also going to slam it with Eldritch Smite.
Yeah.
It takes an additional, awful amount of damage, 24. So 36 total damage. And if it can be knocked prone, it is technically prone.
Might.
But I assume because it's a cube, it cannot be knocked prone.
Yeah, that is correct. Your maul just kind of squishes into it. And I was just double checking, but yeah, Reyn, you see his maul kind of enter the cube right next to your face as he smashes into this thing. But it doesn't seem like you feel like the ooze kind of pushing against you and squishing you a little, but you don't feel any effects from it.
Whew, close one.
All right, I'm going to bash it again. $17
hits.
Oh, shit.
That's actually not possible. No, roll. Roll 20 just fucked up my maul. It says...
Yeah, it did. What the heck?
Wow.
Oh, are you sure?
Between attacks.
Yeah, it went from a +9 to hit to a +3. And you lost all your bonuses.
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus charisma plus 1.
Let me just restart roll 20 real quick.
No. It's not +9 attack, 2d6 plus 6 bludgeoning. Should I just reroll damage?
It says 2d6 plus 5 on your original roll.
Plus 5 plus 1.
Because you have 5 charisma. Oh, what's the +1 mod?
It's a magic weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just go ahead and just re-roll the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, never mind. That worked. Okay.
That worked.
Okay.
All right. Additional 15 damage.
Yep. And as my bonus action, Arixus will poof out of existence and reappear over here.
Okay.
End motherfucking turn.
Wilros.
Wilros. Wilros is going to ask Zorkris if he has a means to escape.
I could do the same thing that Arixus just did.
Okay. Wilros is going to step up next to Shin, grab him by the bicep and ask, "You want to go for a ride?"
Sure. It's only 10
All
feet.
right.
Where are we going?
And I'm going to explicitly state um, 30 feet in this direction. And I'm going to cast Dimension Door as I grab Shin by the arm.
Shin's just going to run up and bash this thing on the next turn.
Which is fine, but I don't want him to get sandwiched.
All right, you guys. You cast a spell, and this magical doorway, opens in front of you, and you step through it and appear next to Arixus.
Oh, fancy meeting you two here.
So I went 5, 10, and then I zorped. And then I'll go 15, 20. And I'll step behind you guys. and turn.
Bobo.
Not in a fear of hiding behind you guys, but allowing for you guys to move ahead.
Bobo's going to do a flyby to this little skelly butt over here.
Okay.
Skelly butt.
You watch him hit some sort of wall, and then he just poofs out of existence.
Oh no!
No.
I'm blind. Blind.
Oh my god.
Can't see.
There is a faint light far below you, but it's not really offering you any illumination in these hallways.
See.
Come towards my voice, Zorkris.
Shin.
Oh, right. Like exactly what Arixus has predicted. Move up 10 and using my glaive and taking a stab at these whatever ooze.
Jello.
13 hits.
All right.
Oh, you stopped bless on.
Oh no. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm wondering what the +2 was.
Yeah. And then I'll use a second attack. No, just a regular.
25 definitely hits.
And then attack. Actually, I am going to. What is it? Divine Smite it.
You've oh, I guess you can't quite see it. I'll move it down for a second. It's looking pretty rough for as much of as an ooze can, but like a few chunks of ooze are already like falling off from it, and it's.
Oh, okay.
It's not looking super hardy anymore.
Okay, then. All right, thanks. I'll just do a regular.
If he rolls a 1 right now. Nice.
And with that, you see Shin's glaive impact it, and this thing just kind of melts into a puddle on the ground, and Reyn lands on his feet.
Right,
He's looking very clean.
Ooh, that's what this place is so clean. All right, that's 10. So
Like scrubbing bubbles.
Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't catch that reference. Fuck.
15, 20, 25, 30, and just yell at Zorkris. I'm 10 feet behind you.
Shit. This is when I hit Shin the last time, remember? It's like, oh, I see someone.
Fire.
Just poke him with your glaive. You could reach him.
Tech, yeah, I could.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Zorkris, you are up again.
I cast light on my shield, on the inside of my shield, so I can always muffle it if I need to.
Let's see if my macros work tonight. No, cool. Okay, 1 second. It's 40-20, right?
20 bright, 20 dim. So yeah, 40-20.
Oh,
I
Wow.
can see you guys again. All right. But we're still in combat,
Yes.
so I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And say, all right, I can see again. And turn.
All right. You watch as this skeletal figure moves closer. Reyn.
Oh boy. I'm going to wild shape into a giant elk. Oh wow, that was bigger than I expected.
yo, move away from me, dude.
So I think I'm crammed.
Yeah, you will be squished,
squeezed.
squeezed.
Yep.
So you have
I will.
double movement and I want to say disadvantage on strength checks or something.
Gotcha. I'm going to squeeze past Shin and try it. So let's see, my movement is normally 60 feet. So I think I've still got some leeway. I'm going to go 5, 10. Try to kind of get up in here.
Jesus.
Hold.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Angel. They killed Bobo.
All right, as the elk, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let me make sure that this is as public and normal. Okay, dex saving throw. Oh, we got a 20.
Sorry, with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Well, a 14.
All right, you're still good. As you attempt to move forward past Shin, you kind of hit this like wall of force and just like this slight burning sensation as you try to press into it, and it kind of shunts you back a little bit.
Ooh.
It feels, given that you retain your mental stats of Reyn, it feels like exactly what happened to you just moments ago, but you're able to get away from it.
Okay, I look around, panicking a bit, realizing I'm completely blocking out the hallway. And I'm gonna ram this thing.
$18 will hit.
Okay.
All right, and you impact this cube.
Oh.
And you catch the shimmering as the ooze absorbs the impact and kind of undulates a little bit as it ripples out, as the force ripples out.
Nice. And then I
looks
think
like a solid hit.
Nice. Actually, I'm gonna try to make some clearance here. I'm gonna move away from it. I don't know if that does anything. So
It
10.
will make an opportunity attack, actually.
Okay.
There's a 14 hit.
Yes, beats it.
Take 11 acid damage.
Okay. That was 10, 20. Gosh. 30. Oh my god, I'm like, what a mess. Because I don't think I can. I guess I have to stay, because I can't end my turn on somebody else's square. Right?
I'd say that because you're a huge creature, I mean, it's not. You can kind of end on an ally, I'll say.
You guys can run
I mean,
between my legs.
yeah. I mean, you're definitely super squeezed, but
Yeah.
He's a manly elk. I could tell from this angle.
Yes, right on top of Zorkris.
I'm just gonna move this dead cube out of the way.
All right.
Oh my god.
End turn.
Arixus.
I assume the cube has complete cover.
It's got 3/4 cover. Because Reyn's so big, like you could probably maybe make a shot through his legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot.
American Got Talent.
I guess I will Hexblade's curse it first. Yeah, these things seem pretty. 17.
17 hits.
Hey! 7 damage. And then I'll pew it again.
Does that have your curse damage?
I'm not adding the curse.
Oh, I thought you said you were.
I was gonna, but then I was like, no.
Okay.
Ooh, that's gonna miss.
11 hits.
Oh.
What?
With 3/4 cover, 11 hits.
Yep.
Hey now.
What?
Ooh, there's a good roll. I'll take that.
Scorched my balls a little on that one.
Sorry about that. It's just so low.
Anything else on your turn?
Well, I guess I'll hang out here. Unless Wilros, would you want me to move?
No, okay.
All right, end turn.
All right, Wilros, you've seen a more definable outline of another cube emerge when Reyn hit it.
This one in the middle.
Yeah.
This you just moved out of the way.
Yeah, I was just getting the token out of here.
All right, cool. Can I see it like under the elf's legs?
You saw it just a moment ago, and you know where it is.
Well, I meant more of like, can I even see Shin right now?
Yeah, it's a little crowded, but I'd say you can just barely see through there. Arixus just made 2 shots through there with his Eldritch Blast.
All right, cool. I think Eldritch Blast ignores cover, right? Or maybe not. But anyways.
No.
Something does. Oh, Firebolt.
No, you're thinking of Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt. I knew something. All right, I'm going to whisper sweet nothings. Well, yeah, this thing's probably smarter than me trying this, but anyways, I said what I said. Within range. Only one creature of your choice within range, 60 feet. Okay, it's probably gonna fail, but I'm doing it. Get this thing here.
This thing's pretty dumb. That's what
That's
Lucas said.
Good question. It doesn't have the intelligence requirement.
Yeah, the only thing it says is that can hear.
I don't see anything that says that it can't hear. So, yeah, I'll say it does. And it fails.
11 psychic damage. And it uses all its movement to move away.
As far away as its speed allows. Can't remember if we've come up against this before. He's technically already used all of its movement, but does it still move away a full movement?
I think it's supposed to.
I was thinking, yeah. I mean, we'll say it does. But yeah, you watch this this cube begin shimmering and shimmying back up the ramp a bit with the passenger in tow.
Well, all right. Does that provoke an opportunity attack?
Yeah, it would.
All right.
You'd see it move.
And
21 hits.
7. All right.
All right, still standing, but this one's getting pretty. It's had a few chunks taken out of it as well. Anything else, Wilros?
Nope, insert.
Shin.
All right. Moving forward. 10 and attacking what's left of it.
Definitely hits.
One more time.
12 hits.
Jeez.
And with that, you also see this one slump to the ground, as well as this skeletal figure just collapses to the ground in a pile.
Come back towards us.
All right. Back here. Enter.
Zorkris.
I can't see anything except for that skeleton that just fell. So I'm going to look at that skeleton. I'm going to cast Animate Dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Pile of bones. 10 feet range.
Oh, is it 10 feet? Oh,
gotta move.
I'll scoot out of your way so you can get to your token.
What is that thing?
It's a skeleton.
Right
Oh,
about
okay.
there, right?
Oh,
Very good.
good.
Ah, my friend. How are you? Henry.
And I believe we'd been rolling these guys their own initiatives.
Yes.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Sliding above Wilros. All right, anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Zorkris. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Ah,
Take guidance off. Dexterity saving throw. Oh, I did not have disadvantage. I had it regular. So it's 19.
All right. You feel a force kind of hit you in the back, and as it does so, you have just enough time to kind of get out of the way. And you kind of like simultaneously push and get pushed a bit further than you were.
Found another one.
okay.
Yup.
See it?
Is it allowed to be in Shin's space?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not anymore.
It's not.
Shin moved back.
Thanks to Warlock.
And I will be reloading Roll20 at this point.
However,
Oh no.
Not
Right.
that one, but maybe this.
Shin,
No!
I need a dexterity saving throw.
Not my. Give me a sec.
Right?
All right. As you watch Zorkris get pushed back, you suddenly feel that same sensation that you just observed hit you in the face as you too get shoved back.
Oh lord.
So clean in here.
Yeah, these things are definitely the cleaning crew.
All right. Back to Reyn.
Alrighty, I'm gonna try to go in for a ram on this one. Where's my ram? Whoop. I imagine that probably hits.
Definitely hits.
Okay. And then I'm going to pull away again. I don't know if it's going to attack me or anything.
Oh yeah, it would take an opportunity attack.
That hits.
16 or 9 acid.
Ooh, okay. And then for the sake of everyone's vision here, I'm going to turn back into a halfling.
Well,
Are you blind?
No, I can see.
Well,
Oh, what
just
the
like
heck? I don't understand what. Yeah, but something keeps resetting his token vision. I don't understand what it is. It just seems to
Oh.
randomly happen.
Same thing that resets my stupid maul. I fucking hate this game.
Maybe.
20.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Reyn?
I didn't use all my movement, so I'm just going to kind of tuck back a little bit. And turn.
Arixus.
All right, I'll step up here. I assume there's no cover now if I come here.
Yeah, free and clear.
All right, I'm gonna Hexblades curse this guy, and I'll Eldritch Blast.
11 hits.
9 damage, and I'll blast again.
Hits.
12 damage. I'm gonna come back here where I started. Blow on my finger and end my turn.
Skelly boy.
I'm gonna tell him, attack the cubes.
All right, he lumbers forward and whips out a short sword and hits for 5 piercing. Wilros.
Wilros will do some measurements under his fingers, okay? And I will cast a 10-foot radius right in between these two guys, which should just be, what do you call it? Yeah, should just be the circumference of them. 10-foot radius, so 20-foot diameter.
Oh, right.
And I will cast. Do I want to upcast? Nah. Shatter.
Boom.
Oh.
Ew. Damage.
They both fail.
Right. They both take 9 damage. And I think this makes like a lot of noise.
Yes, it does. It's not quite the same as like Thunderwave, but it's loud.
A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense.
Arixus goes,
Ow.
like a librarian.
It must echo. End turn.
Shin.
All right, continue to attack this blob in front of me.
21 hits.
Second attack.
Also hits.
Pull on Master.
Also hits.
Jeez.
There we go.
Of course.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right, this one too is looking a bit rough.
Okay, and turn.
Zorkris.
I'm gonna take that attack of opportunity chance. I'm gonna back up a little bit. 2, 3.
All right,
right
it
about
does swing at you with a oozy hand and misses.
I just push it away, and then I cast Toll of the Dead on the further one that's by Shin, the left one.
Okay.
Toll of the, or Toll of the Dead as it's regularly known.
Fails. And it slumps to the ground.
Nice.
And turn.
All right, this last cube in front of you is going to try to move into the skeleton.
No.
Skeleton fails and is engulfed. And
Back where he started.
takes 15 acid damage, which kills him.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
jeez.
The cube continues moving. And it's going to reach out and try to smack Zorkris. And it misses. Reyn.
Push that arm away. Get away from me.
I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. Trade some real quick. Yeah, getting just close enough to want to whip this thing. 25 probably hits.
Get
Definitely
over
hits.
here.
Yeah, right. 9 damage.
And it is large, so it's pulled back 10 feet. Zorkris, you get an opportunity attack if you want one.
I have my mace out, ready for this moment. Back.
14 hits.
I'm at the owl, but okay.
Anything else, Reyn?
Yeah, I'm going to use my last bit of movement here to just kind of tuck in behind Shin. Get some clearance there. End turn.
Arixus.
Arixus steps up and says, "Don't worry, Shorty, I've got this." Alright, Eldritch Blast. 13.
That hits.
7 damage. Hey.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah.
hits.
Oh, jeez.
Abu.
Oh.
8 damage.
Anything else?
Nope, end turn.
All right. Skeleton is gone. Wilros.
Me again. What do we got here? Alright, I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And... Alright, we will just throw some obscenities at this thing.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It
no.
fails.
I yell at him with all the, that scene in Ghostbusters where they're yelling at the slime. That's exactly what Wilros is saying.
Beautiful.
Okay. And it has disadvantage on its next attack. Shin. Sorry, was there anything else? Okay, Shin.
Alright, moving forward 10 feet. Attacking through here with my glaive. Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
11 hits, right? No.
Well, you don't have
You have
plus
8.
anymore.
Yeah.
Why do I have... Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, you can uncheck blast.
Oh, blast. There we go. Never mind. Okay, so that...
However, 8 does hit.
You can't miss them.
It's a field day. Alright. Shamefully attack. And then do it again. Alright, this hits.
26 hits.
And then hold on, master. Well,
9 hits.
He hit 9 hits.
Before, of course.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And that is just enough to end this
Oh
one.
wow.
Oh my god.
You know what? Just for the sake of it, I'm moving away from this place. Right here. Intern.
All right, Zorkris.
Heck.
There's more.
Feel free to relax. We are out of initiative.
Alright.
Oh.
Phew.
As far as you can tell, that seems to be the end of them.
Way.
Arixus collapses to the ground, panting, screaming for a rest.
I'm gonna just run to the door real quick and just see if it is open.
You don't see any discernible handles from the inside, and as you give them a push, they don't seem to open.
The doors at all 4 directions.
Seriously, if you guys do want me effective in combat, we need to take a rest.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, by the door.
what is it? The short rest is an hour?
Yep.
Okay. I
I'm cool.
mean,
Yeah.
I will slowly walk up and down these halls and check the doors. Spend 15 minutes walking up each hallway
I could
to allow Arixus to rest.
I could cast Find Familiar in that time. I don't think I could get rid of this light.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem not progressing, but I was gonna just check the doors to see
Yeah.
if they open. Or I don't want to open them. I want to see if they will open.
What could possibly go wrong?
Let's see what's behind door number 3. All right, I'll
Okay.
refill my tea. I'll be right back.
All right, so you are short resting though.
I mean, if I'm
Except
allowed to open
Wilros.
doors during the short resting, yes.
Yeah. Not everybody has to be physically resting.
I'll call it ritual cast find familiar.
Okay. Go ahead and do that, and make sure you mark off the incense on your sheet. Arixus, yeah, you'll gain the benefits of a short rest. Wilros, give me investigation check for going up to the first door.
All right. Investigation.
The doors look nearly identical to the ones on the outside that you entered through. They have the same kind of intricate stonework, but still, even on a really close inspection now, you're just kind of looking at it from afar before, but on a really close inspection, it seems just ornamental as far as you can tell. There's no like symbology or any sort of insignias or crests or anything kind of like woven into it. It just seems like somebody tried to make a really nice looking door. But upon inspecting it, you do see that these doors have no handles or keyholes, and they seem like they are a solid slab of stone. They're not. They seem like they're fake doors that were intended to look like real doors from afar.
Okay. I will leave and go check the next set of doors, taking my time walking down the hallway.
Yeah, and we can just reuse the same investigation check, but you don't detect any tracks or anything, and those doors seem identical to the ones you just looked at. You see like there's like even like lines cut in them to make it look like double doors, but as you get close and look at it and look in the cracks, it's just stone. There's no actual gap.
Okay, and the same down here.
These doors, however, as you look at them, as they look identical to the ones on the outside, except for the fact that these also have handles and a keyhole. I would also say with your investigation, you like give the door a little pull, knowing that the ones outside pulled outwards, and they seem like they'll move. They don't seem like they're locked.
All right, back.
Okay. I also want to circle back. Is there still like any like goo from the gelatinous cubes remaining on the ground?
There's a little bit, but it seems to like kind of be slowly sliding down these slopes around you guys and into the grate.
Was there a thing floating next to that one dude?
Oh.
Yeah, you guys did see Wilros and Zorkris did spot a small object.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, first I wanted to maybe like take one of my empty vials and try to like scoop up some of the goo.
Yeah, you can scoop some up. It seems
like what's his name will be interested in some of this.
Yeah, it seems inert. It doesn't really seem like there's any acidity left to it, compared to when they were living. But it's separable. It's not like one solid blob. You're able to like kind of like scoop some out and then kind of cut it off and seal the bottle.
Okay. If I go back to this area, do I see that object that we saw floating earlier?
Yeah, you do see sitting on the floor right about here a key.
A key?
Fairly large key. It fills up the palm of your hand. It's kind of like a skeleton key. Very simple, but very large.
I put it next to the skeleton and say, skeleton key. I put it in the skeleton's eye socket.
Oh my god.
Is that the wizard? Did you investigate the skeleton?
I don't believe anybody has.
Well, I mean, is it the same skeleton?
Yes. And I mean, it's still wearing the clothes and stuff. I don't think the magical reanimation changes the physicality of what it animates.
I don't know. I don't recall what we were actually looking for in this place, so if we need to investigate this person, I'm happy to do that.
So that's a wizard. Find a spell book.
Oh.
Yeah, Hannibal had said that Carmaer was looking for some sort of research that was being performed by this wizard.
Alright, I mean, I'll rifle through his clothes, sure.
Alright, give me a separate investigation check.
20. Or 6.
Based on your time around quite a few wizards and Zorkris, looking at this thing's belongings, it even in their worn and somewhat acid dissolved state, it doesn't strike you as somebody who is a wizard. It seems more like maybe an adventurer or something. They're like the remnants of a sword that was just completely eaten away by the metal. It's mostly just a hilt that's left over, and the cloak and clothing seems more like traveler's clothing and leather armor than nice wizard's robes or anything of that sort.
Poor unfortunate soul. Back on this door, do I see a keyhole on this opposite side of the door?
On your side of the door, you do not.
Okay. I will hold on to the key, and I will ask Arixus if he has done taking his nap.
I've been awake for hours. What are you talking about? He says as he sleepily rubs his eyes.
I will inform the group that the doors to the north and east appear to be just fake doors, but down below is a door that will open. Shall we go through?
Well, you could turn the light off, Gabe.
Oh, yes. Stop moving for 1 second so I can touch your token. Okay, all good.
I'll be right back.
All right. As Reyn and Wilros approach the door, it seems, as Wilros described it, that they are open and unlocked. They seem like they're willing to swing freely.
All right, I will open it.
All right, they do indeed open outwards, and they open with a gentle pull. In the center of this circular room, which is notably dirtier than the hallways that you're leaving,
Nice.
it seems to be a thick layer of dust that hasn't been disturbed, you would guess, for maybe decades. It's quite thick. In the center of this room, there's a pedestal standing about 3 or 4 feet tall, and a large wooden iron-bound chest.
With a keyhole in it?
Yeah, I'd say at a distance you can tell. Yeah, it has a locking mechanism.
I look at the key and I look at the chest. I say, "Key," and I step into the room with my arm stretched out with a key in it, just walking towards it like a zombie. Key. Key.
3, 2, 1, mimic.
And I insert the key into the hole.
Pretty hilarious.
Oh, okay. As they.
As soon as you reach the pedestal, before the key is able to make it contact with the chest, you see a slight flare of light underneath the chest, and you get a brief glimpse of some sort of magical runes, as there is suddenly...
Suddenly what?
Sorry, I needed to pull something up because I forgot what the save is for this. There is suddenly a burst of fire that just explodes outwards from this pedestal and fills the entire room, but does not, it like just barely kisses Reyn and Shin's faces, but doesn't quite hit them in the hallway.
Wilros is having PTSD.
1 second. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Again?
Me. Just me, right?
Just Wilros, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else is just outside the radius.
Yeah.
Alright, you take...
Uh-oh.
4 million damage!
400.
47 fire damage.
47.
Oh my... Jeez.
Is he still standing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's easy. That's jump change.
He's
All right.
he's got some HP.
Like, Wilros actually has the most HP in the group, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's
47 minus 13 is 34. Okay.
He has the most HP by 1. Just by 1.
Just
By
saying.
6.
Then there's me with the least HP.
Oh, wait a second. Hang on. Wilros, you gained a temporary benefit of 5 to your HP. Did you? To your maximum. Right?
Oh, yeah, I didn't take that out last time.
Yeah, so you should have been at
I wrote that down at
73.
some point. Okay, yeah, you're right. So I'll take away another 3.
I meant to do the same thing and remind you after last session. I completely forgot about it.
Okay.
What is that from?
There we go.
Somebody gave me heroism or something.
Oh.
It was before the fight.
Yeah, Shin gave
Fight
me.
Club.
Oh yeah, I cast, I forgot what it was.
Yeah. At any rate, it increases
8.
max HP by 5.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah. After you. After this fireball just toasts you.
I'm literally running around in circles right now going, "It fires are all around me again! Fire around me again!"
Fire up! Invisible fire!
Really around in circles.
It did appear as though, at the brief glimpse that you got, that the magical runes faded after this explosion.
Okay. I'm still running around in circles. Is anybody gonna tell me the fire's gone? Arixus is probably saying, "Oh, get the fire off him!"
We'll fire off.
Eventually I do come to my senses and realize, oh, okay. I put the key into the keyhole. I am the key master.
As you insert it, you kind of expect, a normal key to go in maybe an inch or two. For some reason, this one, as you apply force to it to put it into the hole, it just goes all the way in. And
Nice.
your hand hits the chest. It goes so far in.
Like an ATM card that got eaten.
Yeah. Like a hot dog down a hallway.
Wait, what? As you go to try to pull your hand away and or turn the key or twist the key or anything, your hand is stuck. It will not move.
Alright guys, well, I guess I'm here.
Nice knowing you, Wilros. It's been an honor.
I take out my sword of wounding. I say, "Well, hand."
Yeah, 48 hours.
It's been real. JK.
Are you attempting to do anything?
Oh, I mean, I'm obviously attempting to pull my hand out, but once I realize I can't pull my hand out, I mean, if I'm still holding the key, I let go of it.
Your fist is kind of like closed up because it's stuck against this chest. You can kind of let go of the key, but it's not the key that's holding you. Your hand is like actually just stuck to this chest.
And if I try to pull back on it, there's just infinite resistance or whatever.
You could attempt to make a athletics check to break free.
Can I blast it?
Can I ask Shin to pull me back?
Yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah.
All right. Also, you can make a athletics check with advantage.
Athletics.
What advantage? Let's do it.
13.
It is stuck.
Can I do an investigation check to see what's going on over here?
Don't touch it.
Investigation on the chest, or
Yeah, the whole hand chest thing. Some guidance. I think.
I'd say you can. Investigation is more so like touching it and trying to like handle it and mess around with things. I'd say you can make a perception check. Yeah.
Some guidance.
It's a bit hard to tell without like really getting in there or without getting too close. It almost looks as though the chest is just like a flat surface and his hand is just like the top of his fist is just inexplicably magnetized to this.
All right, guys. It's been nice knowing Wilros. We'll see you all later. He's stuck there forever.
Is the chest real?
You touched it. It's physical.
Have we checked the other rooms, guys, or this is the first one we opened?
It's the only one. Wilros checked the other doors, and they're all solid stone.
Oh, all right. This is the one that opens. All right, so dive in.
So use that maul. Hit the chest. See what happens.
Have we tried opening it?
Well, that's what Wilros was attempting to do by putting the key
in.
in.
Do I hear a click or anything?
The key doesn't. As you were grappling the key, it didn't really seem to want to turn. Like it just went in, and then you lost the ability to really like dexterously manipulate it.
Arixus says, "All right, everybody get down."
Wait, is the chest? Is the chest bolted on the ground? It's like basically like part of the floor.
There's a pedestal, and the chest is sitting on top of it.
Okay.
Sitting.
Like, can we like carry it? So Wilros just kind of just.
You could try. You don't know how heavy it is.
You take a corner.
Guidance.
Okay. What am I doing?
Make an athletics check to lift it, I guess.
With guidance. So. Wait, where is guidance? Oh, right. Got it. I checked it.
Please let me blast it.
Athletic checks. Give me 1 second. Athletic. Here we go. Whoa, oh my god. Embarrassing.
You reach down and try to grab the edges of the chest, and it doesn't really seem like you can get your fingers under it. And as you kind of get a firm grasp on opposite corners and try to pick it up, it doesn't seem to want to budge. And then you try to take your hands away, and you are stuck.
All right. Arixus points his finger at this thing and says, "Everybody duck."
I duck.
Can I blast the exposed edge of the chest without hitting Wilros or shit? Assuming I don't roll.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, they're not really. Yeah, they're not in your way. They're on opposite sides.
Oh my god! What in the
14.
world? Come on, do this.
14 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, Arixus unleashed this Eldritch Blast, and you see this beam of force energy issue out and impact the side of this chest. And as it does, you see the lid pop open, and there's this sound.
God, baby.
Oh no!
It's a mimic.
It's got infinite
Yeah,
teeth.
mimic. Yeah, it's. All right, let me just move out of the way and see this thing.
Can I get my second attack on it now?
And we'll roll for a quick initiative.
Oh my god!
It does take the damage from your first attack, though.
It does.
What about our arms? Are we still stuck? What about me and Wilros?
You are both still stuck to it.
Sorry, I thought I clicked on Arixus, but apparently not. I have 13 initiative.
All right, so I am stuck right here.
I deleted everything from the tracker. I might have done it like after you did that. Zorkris, roll a d20.
Roll d20. That's Zorkris. Oops, that's not what I wanted.
1d200.
Oh my god!
1d290. Did I pass?
All right, you will go after the mimic. Okay, Wilros, you're up first. You are stuck. You are more accurately, you are grappled.
Okay, so I could still like attack this thing. Well,
yes, you will have disadvantage on the attacks. On attack rolls.
Attack rolls. Okay, so what was the ruling we said about the concertina? If I'm not wielding it?
Yeah, it has to be out. I don't think so.
Physically, you would need, like, realistically, you need 2 hands to play a concertina.
Yeah, but I don't think by D&D rules you do.
I just looked up what a concertina is. That's awesome.
It's like an accordion almost.
Yeah.
Just double checking that it doesn't have the two-handed trait. I don't think it does. I'm gonna say no. It doesn't technically have two-handed traits. There's nothing in the rules saying that it requires 2 hands to play, even though it makes logical sense. But
right,
I would say no. You can wield it one-handed.
Okay, I will cast Tasha's on this thing.
It fails. So it is incapacitated.
So that should release the grapple?
Does not.
Does not?
don't believe so, no.
You're stuck to its like skin.
Yeah, it's not so much that it's grappled you, it's that you are stuck to an adhesive.
You are grappled. Versus
Yeah. That's also why there's no save. Like, it's not a contested check.
Okay. Well, either way, it is.
It also does not fall prone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is in cap. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think that's it.
Reyn.
All right, I'm gonna whip it. Whip it good.
In that whip.
That hits.
Nice.
Get over here.
Well, not as bad as the damage could be.
Oh, I just realized this thing didn't get my default token settings. It doesn't have its HP. 1 second.
Roll 20 is crushing it.
All right, you guys can see the HP bar, right?
Yeah. It's like,
All right, as you wrap your whip around it and try to yank it back, it doesn't move.
interesting. And that is it.
I'd also say the vine whip doesn't. You're not able to pull it back off the mimic either. It's just stuck to it, and you just have to. Yeah, I know it's not like something that you reuse, but you just let it go, and it just has to fall to the ground.
Oh, guys, be careful if you evaluate your weapons and turn.
Arixus.
Seeing everyone get stuck to this, I kind of like refuse to bash it. So I just I'm gonna hex it first, and I'll say strength, just in case there's like a contested grapple save, and I'll blast it with Eldritch Blast. Ugh.
Well, it's just still hit, right?
Uh, 12 does hit.
Whoa.
14. I'll blast again.
That hits.
13. Oh wait, it gets to save, right? Also, should I have
On its turn?
I don't know what the in-cap rules are. I forgot.
No. Yeah, in-cap is just no actions or reactions.
So it gets saves against both of those.
Against. Wait, what's the saving against?
It gets saves. It can save against Tasha's for each of my damages, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Thorn Whip too.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about Hypnotic Pattern. I forgot Tasha's does that too. All right. Wisdom save.
Oh.
All right. So it succeeded after Reyn's Thorn Whip, which is inconsequential at this for Arixus' attacks.
All right. Enter, I guess. Yeah, enter.
All right. On its turn, you see its tongue lash out and smack Wilros.
No.
24 for 9 damage.
Ouch.
And it like hits you square in the chest and then pulls you in a little closer.
Well, actually, Bardic Inspiration, the damage there. Cutting words.
Okay, go ahead.
So.
All right, take 4 bludgeoning. And as it yanks you in a little closer, it's going to bite down.
Oh,
Jeez.
And somehow
Like this.
kind of bites its own tongue a little bit as it tries to yank you in. All right, Zorkris.
Okay, so Toll the Dead. Toll the Dead. Crunch.
Whoa.
Oof. It fails.
20 points, please.
Dang, that's a good roll.
It was almost max on both. And enter.
All right, Shin, you are grappled with both of your hands stuck to this thing.
Can I kick this thing or headbutt this thing?
Yes. I'd say you could. I'd say it'd be pretty difficult to kick it, but you could headbutt it.
All right.
Your head's stuck.
Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Okay. Wait a second.
I'll just consider this an unarmed attack.
I really can't emphasize how bad of an idea this is.
It's gonna get stuck too.
Hold on a sec. Wait. My modifier?
Yeah. Sorry. Just I don't know why I said it that way. Just click your strength roll.
Oh, okay. Strength roll. Give me a sec. Oh, the first one. Just wait.
Yeah. Just click on it where it says 5, or not 5, but whatever your
7?
strength is, where it says 4.
Oh, okay.
And just click
on it.
Just click strength.
Yeah, go click the word.
The word
Oh, there you go.
strength.
And then
Yeah, you're a little disoriented, and you like try to bring your head down and just miss.
do I get? Oh wait, I missed.
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah.
Do I get extra attack?
Yes. It's just when you take the attack. It's when you take the attack action. I can't. Does it say weapon attack? I can't remember now.
Doesn't have to be with a weapon.
I thought it was just extra attack, right?
The polearm, the polearm master is the only thing
That's a
that needs
weapon.
a
Yeah.
weapon.
Wow.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, go ahead and make another strength attack. 15 will hit. Roll a 1d4.
Oh yeah.
Slash row 1d4. Oh come on! Hold back. Intern.
Oh my god. this
Ooh,
is
actually, unarmed strike should add your proficiency bonus. So your first attack would have hit. So roll another 1d4.
Oh.
Or no, sorry.
it's
Actually, yeah, after the first attack, your head is now stuck to this thing, and you would have dealt a point
So
of
funny
damage.
looking.
So the first one would have hit.
Yes, but then you'd be stuck, and you wouldn't have gotten a second attack.
Okay.
You need 'em.
Okay, so 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Enter.
All right, Bobo.
What will do a flyby?
Okay. Wilros.
Wilros again.
Next attack has advantage.
Next attack has advantage. Why did I lose my character sheet? And I don't mean to move. Sorry. Is that the correct HP? He has like nothing.
Yeah, he is literally 1 HP.
Okay. I'm going to. Gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it then. So that's a guaranteed damage of 5.
It doesn't take half on a success, so it's not guaranteed.
Wait, it doesn't? Then that's not what I want then.
On a failed save, it takes 3d6.
Yeah, on a success it takes half as much and doesn't move.
damage.
Oh, it's way down there. Okay, on a successful save, it takes. Okay, yeah, that kills it.
Okay.
And as it kind of slumps down, the The lid falls backwards, and the adhesiveness seems to kind of wear away. You guys are able to work your way free.
All right.
Ow,
The lid opens.
Yes.
What's inside the box?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It's still fleshy, but down at the bottom of the inside of the mimic chest, you do see what looks like a scroll.
Ooh. Can I read it?
If you take it out, you are not able to discern its meaning.
I bring it over to Zorkris.
I'll ritual. Actually, if I regular cast, if I have it regular cast, I'll have to ritual it.
Well,
I have a
Wilros was unable to decipher it. You, Zorkris, as soon as you unfurl it and begin looking at it, do recognize it immediately. Or rather, you're able to read the spell.
All right.
And you gather that this is a spell called... Is there a way for me to like drag a spell from the compendium and make it pop up for everybody without like making a handout?
I think if you drag it, it automatically does that, no?
If you put it on the screen, right?
Oh, hey, that's cool. Okay, that does it. Yeah, you reading through this a bit.
I think.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Okay, gotcha.
As you are reading through it a bit and trying to discern its purpose and meaning, you determine this to be a spell called Magic Jar.
Magic jar.
Uh-oh.
Would any of us know what a lich is?
Make an Arcana check.
Me or Arixus?
I'd say Zorkris, if you're proficient in Arcana, you could make one. Arixus, because he's asking.
Hey, you with the tail. Tell me.
Well, I'll give you guidance. I'm not proficient.
But yeah, this is to recall information, so he can't really guide you before you recall.
Well, there you go.
Recall this.
Yeah, Arixus is not really familiar with advanced arcane arts.
A lich is a moss and
What's
a fungus.
it say? What's it say, Zorkris? Would you tell us what it says?
It's a magic jar.
A magic jar. It is a magic jar, or it's a
It's a
spell
spell.
scroll for a magic jar.
Spell scroll, magic jar. It's a little above my my knowledge base right now, but it seems pretty cool.
Is it like a jar that makes infinite honey or something? Or
Can I? I don't have proficiency in Arcana either. Oh, we did. We saw this somewhere, right? Or was that in something else that we played?
Definitely didn't see it in here anywhere yet.
I think it was. I think it was Laoloon had a magic jar somewhere with some organs in it.
Maybe.
Okay. Cool. Well, would we know? Doesn't say what class or anything it is.
It's necromancy.
Okay. Well, I guess hold on to that when.
The only person who can use it is me.
is this what they sent us in here for? Is that the...
Oh, right.
The room and the chest do seem to be otherwise empty.
And there was no other rooms, right?
Other runes? No.
rooms, like the other doors.
Rooms? No, Wilros was not able to find anything else. The doors seem to be solid stone.
You possess people with this thing. Jeez Louise.
All right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do while in here?
Are there any other, like, can I cast Detect Magic? A ritual cast it? I want to see if there's any, like, secret things around here. Since, after I cast it, I want to walk the hallways and see if those stone doors have magic or anything.
Yeah, you ritual cast it. You detect, like, just the ever so faintest residual magic on the pedestal here where that glyph was activated. But apart from your companions, all the walls, doors, everything seem dull. There's no magical auras.
Walk around and look at the other doors and stuff.
Yeah, doing like a full walkthrough up and down all the hallways. You don't sense any other magical presences.
Hey guys, you want us to message Carmaer, see if this is what he was looking for?
See if this is what he wants. But I mean, like, would any of us be aware of what the spell does?
I could read the scroll.
Yeah. Zorkris, did you not make a check?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I meant a separate check from Arixus for the Arcana check.
Arcana. So 20.
I would say that you, out of character, lichdom is not something that's widely practiced or certainly not accepted, and it's a highly secretive practices, and the necessary spells and components required to make something like that happen are mostly forgotten or intentionally lost magic that very, very, very few are in any way privy to, and almost nobody is privy to all of the components and how to put all of them together and actually ascend to being a lich. In character, I would say you're not really directly familiar with all of the steps, and you don't see magic jar as on that spell scroll and instantly go, oh, this is how you become a lich. You know that it's a very powerful necromancy spell that has some questionable moral implications in its usage, and that it's not something that's widely used or accepted, and that there are other sorcerers and necromancers that do utilize such spells that are not they're outside of the circles of regular like the Council of Wizards and stuff. They're outcasts to a certain extent.
Right, but I can see with this spell just possess things and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know that using that spell is, you're up to no good, but you don't directly know that that's a path in any way to lichdom.
Right.
Interesting.
Alright, so I'm going to send a message to Carmaer and tell him to come to me.
Has any of us ever sat down and figured out exactly what Carmaer has asked of us and wanted us to do?
Yeah, he's building a crazy weapon or something. I'm mainly going to say, hey Carmaer, come to me. See if this is what you want. I don't know. I think we found something.
I'm a bit busy at the moment. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly where you are. Have you returned to Halera?
This guy, he's like the worst powerful wizard in the world. He has to know where we are. Like, he can't just make a spell to come to me. We have to venture back to Halera. How far is Halera from where we are?
Can't he bring us home? The hell, this guy?
He doesn't know where you are currently, apparently. You are currently about less than a day's journey from Halora.
Well, who knows if we can even get out of this place?
Trapped here forever.
You haven't tried again.
Go to the door, I guess, and see if it's unlocked. So clean. Knock, knock, knock.
Oh, I guess I never put the door closed. I never put the door closed dynamic lighting back. Yeah, as you approach the door and give it a push, knowing that it opens outwards, it catches a little, and then it finally releases and does open up.
Free!
Oh, the sunlight.
What time of day is it now?
It took you a few hours to get here. It's definitely tending towards later in the day, late afternoon, early evening. But yeah, at this point, you can begin making your way back to Halora. It is a little more than a day's journey, so you would have to spend a night's rest out in the wild.
Ooh. How about a night's rest inside the gelatinous fortress?
Or we could go to that other city. We could go to Xaladu and spend the night there.
You would know that that's in the opposite direction and would add time to your trip to head all the way back there.
Good idea.
But I mean, you guys have magical means and the dome and ways of making your stay in the wilderness comfortable for this familiar area.
Brian, you have polymorph, right?
I do.
So what was that last an hour? So if we transformed into giant eagles and we could carry one or two people, we could be able to get home a little quicker.
Sure.
That saves that much time.
Yeah, I mean, between me and Reyn, we could carry people, and then Shin
carry
can fly on
too.
his broomstick.
On his broom, yeah.
Bobo can carry a person, I think, right?
Well, I could carry two, but I have polymorph as well.
Oh, you do now? Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, so eagles have a fly of 80 feet.
Giant eagle.
Yeah, giant. That's what I was looking at.
Fly like an eagle.
If you could fly the entire way, it would take you about 8 hours still to get back to Halora.
That's still too long.
So you'd have to polymorph 8 times, basically, to make it.
I can only do twice.
Oh, you can only do once.
Alright, so then we'll just do the long way.
Why are we so against sleeping in the wild?
No, we can.
It's great out there.
So we'll have a long rest in the middle of this?
Yeah, you still have a few hours left in the day where you could travel. And then, making a camp at night, assuming you set up the dome and everything. It's still a pretty well-traveled area, and you're familiar with this area, and it's still, you're kind of on the safer side. That most like the attacks and stuff from the Slod were always launched from the marsh side of Filerin and all that. So, there's still active farmland and stuff here. That's, it's a pretty safe area. Sorry, what were you saying?
Are we actually long resting right now?
Well, we're going to travel a little bit and then long rest in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, you travel for a couple hours, and then, you guys are able to set up for a long rest for the evening.
So before we long rest, I'm going to cast Summon Aberration into my ring.
Can you link that? The vial?
That's the vial one, yeah. That's whatever.
I think I'm in pass out mode anyway, so if we catch up next time when we get somewhere, I guess.
Yeah. I was just trying to kind of speed you guys back to Halera. So we can assume you long rested. And if there's nothing else aside from Adam's aberration that you guys wanted to do before the long rest, then you long rest, and then a little past midday the next day you would make it back to Halera.
I would have given a speech when we woke up.
Okay. So everyone can go ahead and long rest and add 13 temp HP.
Nice.
Back where we
We'll
started.
pick up next week at the gates of Halera.
Yes, and for XP, real fast.
Gelatinous coops.
48,000 on the nose.
I feel like this level flew by.
Still here.
It's because we killed 75 Slod.
They had it coming.
Yeah, I
really wanted the dimension door through the grate.
I need this next one so I can do the ability score increase. I haven't done that yet.
You all can add 821.
821, so it's 44,538.
That. Cool business.
Awesome.
Fun, man.
My
Thank
hands
you.
Good night.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys later.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, guys, that does it for us tonight. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. We will be back next Monday with the next session. Should be a fun one. Got something interesting planned. But we'll catch everybody later, and hope everyone has a good rest of your week.